Hi, my name is Jim Cohn. Like a lot of people, my first jobs as a teenager were in restaurants, bussing tables and washing dishes. Somehow, I fell in love with the restaurant business, got my degree in the field, and went on to own my own restaurants. Eventually, though, I realized that I was doing all the work, but my landlords were getting all the money, and that's the day my life changed. I leveraged my restaurant operations into the real estate end of things, and as a result, before I turned 40, I no longer had to go to work, and I have owned my life ever since. I like traveling with friends and with my family, eating in nice restaurants, but most of all, I love just relaxing and living my life on my own terms. I love it that I get to wake up when I'm done sleeping, and that I get to decide how I'm going to spend my day. I worked hard to earn that lifestyle, and I will never give it up. But recently, I've started to get this feeling, like I have unfinished business. It's not just that I could be living at a higher level, it's about helping others reach their goals and maybe, just maybe, give them a chance to enjoy the kind of time freedom that I've enjoyed for 20 years now. A few years ago, I was lucky to meet someone who has helped me change the way I look at things. He's a national best-selling author, and he's been a top-level producer in the network marketing profession in each of the last 3 decades. He's trained organizations internationally, and he's lectured at prestigious universities, including Yale and Harvard. Today, I call him my friend and my business partner, and he's helping me tend to my unfinished business. Tommy Wyatt.
Thank you so much, Jim. It's certainly been a long and interesting journey so far, and without question, my favorite part of this amazing profession has been the human interaction. The privilege of meeting all types of people, hearing about their dreams and goals, and helping them find the path. One thing that I've noticed in my travels is that we're all so very different as human beings. None of us ticks exactly the same way. But I've also made another interesting discovery. So many of us have unfinished business. And that's why I'm here. I have some too. Now, it doesn't ring as loud in our teens and 20s, but somewhere along the line, we all stop dreaming and start settling for less. We then start floating down the river of life, and the years disappear one by one. Whether we choose to think about it or not, all of our days are numbered. I've met poor people, middle-class people, and wealthy people. I've also met super wealthy and ridiculous, you could never even imagine living like this wealthy people, and still, very few, if any, would tell me that their work here on earth is done. Even they have unfinished business. So what about you? Is there something that you've left undone? Never mind the public opinion. In your own mind, have you come up short in your dreams so far? Are you exactly where you want to be? Do you live a life of complete happiness and fulfillment? Do you ever feel like you had more to give? More to give the world, more to give your family, your spouse, your children, more to give your friends, more to give yourself? Me too. Like I've said, I've met a lot of very successful people in my lifetime. And one thing that most of them have in common is that at some point in their lives, they had a defining moment. A moment when they said, enough is enough. They grabbed hold of a new idea, got committed to it, and then saw the job through, maybe for the first time in their lives. That happened to me in 1998. I was the sports editor at a small weekly newspaper, and I'd been there for 10 years. People told me that I was successful because I truly loved what I did. The problem was, though, that I was broke. I wasn't destitute. I had a house and a car and I could pay my bills, but I surely wasn't living the life of my dreams, or anybody's dreams for that matter. When I went to the ATM at lunch, I'd have to check my balance just to see if I could take out $20 for lunch. I remember hating that. I also remember going grocery shopping and adding up all the items in my head as I put them into the shopping cart, choosing the store brand items over the name brand items just because they were a few cents cheaper. Then, I used to watch the cash register as the things went down the conveyor belt, holding the meat for last just in case I had to put something back. I remember going to restaurants and looking at the prices before looking at the menu items, and I can tell you, that's no way to live. That was when I was first introduced to the network marketing profession and made it my defining moment. Now, I get the pleasure of sharing my story and my experiences with people all over the world. The fact is that virtually everyone you know worries about money. They don't all talk about it at parties, but trust me, they do. especially in today's economy. What if there was a way to change all that? Not only to ease your own worries, but to truly be able to ease the worries of other people you care about. Well, somebody shared this recording with you because they care about you. Or, at the very least, they see something in you. We believe we've discovered a viable answer. We believe we've found a vehicle that will not only help us address this issue of unfinished business, but also to help others take care of theirs as well, with an exciting new company called Secret Direct. Now, to be clear, there are multiple options for changing your future. One, you could go back to school, but this is an expense and really has no future income guarantee. Two, you could change jobs or careers altogether, but that's both risky and scary. Three, you could get an additional job, but who has time? You work your butt off already, and even if you did, this certainly doesn't move you toward a dream life. Number four, you could start a traditional business, like a restaurant or a deli or a landscaping business or a gym. But there's a large monetary investment required, and there's huge risk as well. In this stage of your life, maybe a huge risk isn't wise for you. Five, there's investing. But you have to have expendable income in order to be able to invest money. How about option number six? With minimal startup cost and a flexible time commitment, you can join the ranks of millions of others around the world who have discovered network marketing. Have you ever been introduced to network marketing in the past? You know, work from home, make millions, earn while you sleep. We have a pig farmer from Iowa who makes millions of dollars a minute and never leaves his house. All those tacky and unrealistic promises of fame and fortune. If not, consider yourself lucky to have gotten your hands on this recording when you did. If so, did it work out like you thought? Well, maybe it's not your fault. Face it, anybody with a brain would love the concept of getting paid over and over again for doing something once. Nobody would scoff at the idea of being paid for the work of others. It's called residual income and leveraged income, and it's more commonly referred to as royalties. Well, most people buy into that dream at least once in their lifetimes. And what happens is they select their network marketing company completely by chance. What does that mean? Well, think about this. More than 99% of the people who start up a network marketing venture do so through a friend or a family member. Somebody else finds an opportunity. They get excited about it. They share it with you. You fall in love with the idea of making money in your sleep, and you join. Maybe these days you'll do a little amateur investigation on the internet before joining, but the fact is, your new business came to you 100% by chance. It was the one your friend picked. Think about this. With no education or training, you get started in a profession that you know little or nothing about, all on an emotional decision. Now here's an interesting question. Is it reasonable to think that you could join the ranks of the elite and make millions of dollars in a profession with no education or training? Would you begin a professional career that way in any field? Did you begin your current career that way? If your neighbor stopped over to your house and said, "Hey, I hear there's a lot of money in brain surgery. Just sign here, and for a few $100 we could be brain surgeons together. There's a conference call tonight at 9 o'clock. Come on, it'll be awesome." Would that sound reasonable? Of course not. Now, I don't know what you currently do for a living, but did you pick it, or did it pick you? Did you have to train for it at all? And how long before you started making millions of dollars where you work now? Exactly. Network marketing is a profession, not like any other. And the reason that so few people exceed their expectations is because, one, they aren't willing to learn the craft. Two, they aren't willing to do the work. Or three, maybe they picked the wrong company. One of the most beautiful things about network marketing is that with little to no risk, anybody can get started making extra money and can do it on a very part-time basis. In fact, almost 100% of the people who get started do it part-time. Instead of trading time for money, like most people do at their regular jobs, network marketing offers the everyday person a chance to earn a leveraged residual income. Do you realize that just an extra $500 a week in residual income would be equal to $1 million in the bank at 2.5% interest? And that's something that's absolutely achievable. But you see, sometimes the profession gets a bad name. One of the reasons for that is we're always talking about making millions of dollars. And while more millionaires are created in network marketing than in any other industry worldwide, it isn't a lottery ticket. Only those who are willing to learn the profession, apply the knowledge, and do the work will have the ability to make those seven-figure incomes we talk about. So the lottery ticket mentality makes people think that the business isn't real. Frankly, the magic in network marketing comes from those people interested in making a few hundred or a few $1,000s a week extra. A six-figure annual income is far more achievable, but still, you have to choose the right company, not necessarily the first company. So, how does one go about selecting the right company? Well, first and foremost, the company needs to market a product or a service. If it's a situation where you're paying money to quote-unquote get in, and your job is to get other people to pay money to get in, and that's what you're paid for, not only is that not a good company, but it's not a company at all. It's a pyramid. It's a Ponzi scheme. So number one, there needs to be a product or a service. I had a friend one time who was a super successful mortgage broker. When the bottom fell out of the market a few years back, he showed up one day with this investment opportunity. He was getting friends and family to invest money with him with a guaranteed 10% return monthly. The investment was $50,000 minimum, and people did invest in them, and they saw their 10% in that first month, so they put more money in. Then they got 10% return in the second month, so they sold things, liquidated life savings, and put more money in. Well, they got 10% the next month, and then they got all their friends and family members on board. Then it ended. The guy who started the scam decided to, as they say, take the money and run. Everybody lost everything. This is clearly illegal. And it's not a bad reflection on network marketing because it's not network marketing. It's a Ponzi scheme, and they've been around for centuries. So the company you're looking for has to offer a product or a service. Number two, the product or service has to be one that people use habitually, run out of it, and purchase it again over and over again. And not only that, it should be a unique product or service that you couldn't get someplace else, and one that you'd use yourself. You know, the Mercedes dealer doesn't drive around in a BMW. Along these lines, we're recently seeing a big surge in what they're calling shopping club type network marketing companies. They get you to join for what they call a membership fee, and then what they want you to do is redirect all your spending. In other words, instead of buying your toilet paper at the corner store, you buy it online through your affiliated shopping club. In many cases, you save a little money when you do this, which is infused into a compensation plan. There's a few problems with this, though. First, it's difficult to change people's buying habits. I mean, face it, if I run out of toilet paper, I'm not going to my computer to order some online. Especially when I have the very same thing at the grocery store on the corner. And personally, I support local business in my town. Now, number three, depending on your long-term plans for your income, the company and its product or service must be able to stand the test of time. In other words, is there an outside circumstance that could derail your whole business, such as changes in technology? For example, if your company markets vinyl records, you're in trouble. Back in 1998, I said that I had had my defining moment when I was ready to change at all costs. I was invited to my first network marketing meeting for a company called Excel Communications. It was a company that had you join as an independent representative for around $500. Then you'd switch your long-distance service over to Excel and save a few cents a minute on your phone bill. It was my first exposure to network marketing, and I was lucky because it was a legitimate company with amazing leadership, and I was able to enjoy tremendous success there. What I didn't know was that the industry was changing daily. Cell phone usage was on the rise, technology was advancing, and because of the fierce competition in the market space, the prices were free-falling. By 2004, long-distance service on your home phone, your landline, remember those? It became free. And if you're being paid commissions on a product or a service that becomes free, that's bad for you. And it was bad for Excel, and the company went out of business. Number 4. Is there legitimate leadership in the company, and is it financially sound? If the CEO is just in business to make money, that's a huge red flag. His or her goal might be to build up the company and sell it off. And if there's not enough money behind the company to begin with, it could die simply by growing too fast. Lots of companies come into the market and experience ultra-fast growth, while sometimes the companies aren't funded well enough to keep up with this growth and they implode. Don't make this mistake. 5, does the company have the ability to expand internationally? And what's its growth potential? After Excel went out of business, I was more aware of long-term risk, and I aligned myself with a billion-dollar health and wellness company that had been around for 50 years and was in the process of some global expansion. I figured out there wasn't much chance of them going out of business. I was able to reach the top rank in that company as well, but I quickly realized that I had chosen the right company, but at the wrong time. You see, anybody can make extra money by joining any reputable network marketing company, but I wasn't in it for extra money. I was in it for financial freedom, generational wealth, toes in the water, ass in the sand money. I didn't know it at the time, but the company that I had chosen, while a great company, had already experienced its meteoric growth period. Its growth was slow and incremental. Think of network marketing companies like stocks on Wall Street. Apple, Google, and Microsoft, they're all great companies and great stocks to own. But would you rather purchase those stocks today for hundreds of dollars a share? Or would you prefer to have purchased them for $5 a share and profited by their rise to prominence? Now, these stocks I mentioned, they're what's called blue chippers. If you invest in them, you're probably not going to lose. You'll see incremental growth. But they'll most likely never double, triple, or quadruple in value ever again. Find a network marketing company that looks like Apple stock at $5, not Apple at $500. Back when I joined Excel, they had told me the story of how the company went from $55 million to $1.5 billion in just a 3-year spurt from 1993 to 1996. The facts were irrefutable, and the stories of the people who made millions were well documented, and I got to meet those people. The problem was, it was 1998. I missed the boat. And though I had success and earned a lot of money, I never got to the walk-away life-changing money. Next, number 6. Is the marketing plan simple, simple, simple? And can your business grow even without you doing all the work? In my last company, I thought I had found all this stuff. But I fell short in the simple and duplicatable part. It was a company that offered an online service, had an amazing mission statement, and made the world a better place. The challenge was that because it involved the use of a computer, you needed to be in a place with a good internet connection, and you had to be pretty adept with a laptop. You'd think that that's not too much to ask. Well, I soon found myself at the top of yet another network marketing company, but couldn't find any duplication and had to do virtually all the work myself. Now, I didn't get into network marketing because I like to do all the work myself. Like most informed people, I got into network marketing to work my butt off for a short period of time, retire, and then lay on the beach as it grows exponentially every day without me. When my business partner Curtis Lewsey and I started to look for a new company to partner with, a new home, we put all these factors to the test exhaustively. And when we found Secret, they all stood the litmus test. Secret is a high-end skincare line from the Dead Sea. As men, it took us some real imagination to get past the skincare part because it was foreign to us both. But once we realized that 10 of the top 12 network marketing companies in the world offer skincare and that people habitually spend hundreds of billions of dollars a year on it, it began to make complete sense. Warren Buffett said it best. If you like it, he said, make it your hobby. If everybody else likes it, make it your business. Now let's re-examine our checklist items as they apply to Secret. Number 1, is there a product or service? Secret offers an exclusive line of skincare products, facial solutions, body solutions, and anti-aging. Check. Number 2, is the product consumable? Yes. People use skincare products regularly and habitually, and they need to reorder them over and over again. And in the uniqueness category, Secret's products are made with minerals and nutrients from the Dead Sea and have an instant wow factor when tried. I wasn't a big skincare user, but once I tried Secret's products, I became one instantly. Number 3, can the company stand the test of time? Well, legend has it that Cleopatra used to walk 300 miles through the desert to bathe in the Dead Sea for her skincare regimen. And King Herod started the first ever spa on its shores. Our advertisement is actually in the Bible. I think we're good there. Number 4, how's the leadership? The company had already sold over $850 million worth of its products at mall kiosks over the last 8 years and has only now become a network marketing company. The Ben Shabbat family, who owns Secret, has a mission statement to create community wealth. Not for them, they're already wealthy, but for the agents who join the Secret community. This family has a true servant mentality. How about number 5, global expansion? Well, Secret has already established a global footprint by selling products retail at kiosks in 40 different countries. We currently only do business as a network marketing model in only a few, but plans are imminent to expand internationally, and the transition should be seamless based on our brand recognition, which is already in place. And finally, number 6, simplicity. Do you have to train somebody to wash their face? No. If the products work fast and work well, then people get excited to share them with the other people they know. And then the same thing happens over and over again. Duplication. Now, as I've mentioned, I've been in the network marketing profession for a long time, and I've seen people and companies fail and succeed at high levels. I've never been lucky enough, though, until now, to recognize a company this early on that seems to have all of its stars aligned. Now, the person who shared this recording with you has unfinished business, and they've chosen to become what we call a secret agent. If you feel as though you have any unfinished business to attend to, we'd love to have you join us. Get back in touch with that person, get a product demo, and get your questions answered. You can join our team as a secret agent for less than $50. Don't be the person who sits around at the picnics complaining about the economy. Be the person who is an agent of change. Let this be your defining moment. We've got big plans, so let's get after that unfinished business together. And now, a few words from Secret's CEO, Isaac Ben Shabbat.
Hello, my name is Isaac Ben Shabbat, and I am the co-founder and the CEO of Secret. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for considering becoming part of the Secret community. For the last 14 years, we built a successful business driven by a wealthy community of like-minded people that truly believe in the values and the culture made us who we are. Actually, it's all started when my brother Moti has decided to come over here to work as an ice cream truck driver for 6 months in Houston, Texas, and save enough money to pay for his dream to become a doctor. From a 6-month plan, it became a year. A year turned into 2 years, and 3 years my brother was not coming back to Israel. So I decided to come over here and just visit my brother for a few weeks. And he was sure that as I'm going to see the operation, the ice cream truck business, I would stay over here with them and build a business. Not only that, he also convinced my parents that him and I are about to build a family business. As my parents heard the news and they got very excited, they decided to support us by selling their house, selling their cars, selling their furniture, and buy tickets for my brothers, my sisters, and them, and of course to come over here and join us for the business, literally giving us everything that they saved for their entire life. At that point, we knew that there is no way we would fail our family and decided to do whatever it takes to save us from a disaster. Actually, the main reason for us becoming successful was the fact that we have able to convince 20 of our best friends, 20 friends, to come from Israel and help us build a business here in America. And of course, the rest is history. We became the biggest Dead Sea skincare company in the world, with over 900 locations in 40 countries, in a product line that was sold for over $1 billion in the last 8 years. I'm sure that you ask yourself, how come a successful $1 billion retail company has decided to change its entire business structure to relationship marketing? So let me share with you why. In 2009, Secret had partnered up with the biggest skincare manufacturer in the world. At that point, we felt that our community is ready for the next growth wave. Looking at many opportunities for the expansion of the Secret brand, we got exposed to the relationship marketing profession. We've started researching and learning about the profession, and what we've learned is that the promise of this unique profession is to build a trust-based product consumption through word of mouth, and by doing that, you're able to deliver better products for less price. We also got very excited when we learned that the future of consumption is changing and shifting towards social sharing and social feedback, which makes relationship marketing a dominant player in this new era. As we kept studying the profession, we also understood that Secret has to offer one of the most unique opportunities out there. We are the only company in this profession that offer a groundbreaking opportunity with a complete skincare line based on Dead Sea minerals with an immediate demonstrable result. Backed by the biggest manufacturer in the world with over 40 countries of operation and history of over $1 billion in retail sales worldwide. And now, thanks to this profession, we are able to offer our products for half the price of what we sold at and allow our customers and agents to participate in the opportunity to share the wealth with the entire community. And as we shift to this new exciting business opportunity, what I can promise you is that we will never forget where we came from, who made us who we are, and the fact that building our business together with our friends and people that are willing to trust each other, we can create success and truly build a just community that share the wealth. I'm sure you've all heard the saying, it's good to get in the beginning. Well, welcome to the beginning. Looking forward to see you join our community and allow us to keep on serving you as we always done before. Thank you.